Hi, I'm Susan Binder, and I am your child's teacher for this class, which is Contemporary Issues. Tonight, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and about the class, and then if you have any questions, you can follow up with a message through email or Schoology. First of all, I've been here at Cocalico for the last 15 years, and I teach primarily the ninth grade American Studies class, and I also teach this elective. This course, Contemporary Issues, is an elective, and it is open to students grades 9 through 12, and we do have students in all grade levels in the class this year. This class is a very student-driven class. My goal is for the students to sort of drive the topics that we discuss and that they learn about, and there's a wide variety of topics. There is certainly no shortage of news to discuss this year in particular. In terms of grading, each marking period grade is worth 40% of their final grade for the course, and each marking period grade uses a weighted system. So homework assignments are 10%, and I'll talk about those homework assignments in just a moment. There are weekly current events quizzes that are 20%, and those quizzes would be based on the specific current events that we discuss in class. Not necessarily the things that they're reading about individually, because individually students may be reading and looking at different things. But every week, during the 2 days that students are present in the classroom, we utilize a magazine called the New York Times up front, which is delivered to us twice a month. It is a publication of the New York Times, and it is written at a level that is very readable and very enjoyable for students, and covers all kinds of topics. Like this one in particular that we're reading this week is about the vaccine for COVID-19 that they're currently working on. So those articles that we read would then be what they would be quizzed on during the weekly quizzes. Classwork and participation is 30%, and independent study projects are 40%. So each month, the students are working on an independent study project during their time when they're at home on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They're working on research for this project. They're currently approaching the due date for the first project. It'll be due on September 28th. And with this project, they are able to choose their own topic of their choice. They also have a menu of different options that they can select from in terms of the project. So they could just write a simple essay if they wanted to, but they could also do a skit that they would film. They could create a children's book. They could do a podcast or a PowerPoint presentation. Pretty much the sky's the limit in terms of what they could do to present to me what they have learned about. And the goal is for them to learn about a particular topic that they're curious about in depth, and then to share with me what they have discovered and what they've learned. There is going to be a final project very similar to the independent study project, sort of a final independent study project that will then be presented to the class, and that will be worth 20% of their final grade. And there is no final exam for this class. In terms of the daily or weekly homework assignments, students are expected to spend about 15 to 20 minutes each day either reading or watching the news, and there is a Google Doc then that they have to complete each time that they spend that 15 or 20 minutes reading the news, just to kind of fill in what they watched, how much time they spent, and what some of the topics they heard about. They can choose any format that they prefer, or a variety of formats, so they can watch the news on television, they can read it in print or online, or they could even listen to the radio. And I do encourage them to listen to a variety of different news sources so that they sort of develop a sense of what's out there and what the different options are. And they must keep a log of that, and they submit that at the end of the marking period then, although I do check in periodically to see that they are working on that. So that's one major homework assignment. The other major homework assignment is their weekly news article summary. So every week they have to choose an article that they've read, and they have to write a one-paragraph summary and then a one-paragraph reflection on that. And for that, I'm just looking to see that they have good summarizing skills, that they're able to write a paragraph, that they're able to reflect on what they read. They can talk about why they picked it, what they find interesting, anything related to the article and how it relates to current events. And that assignment is worth 10 points and is turned in every Wednesday. There may be additional reading assignments given depending on what we're working on and how much we got done in class, but I don't expect that would happen on a regular basis. It's primarily the reading log and the current events assignments that are their regular homework. Finally, in terms of late work, if anything is handed in after the due date, they will lose points up to 10% of the earned grade, and no work is accepted more than 2 weeks past the due date. So all of these things I went over with the students on the first week of school, and if you have any questions about the requirements, please send me an email or give me a call here at the school, 336-1423. My email address is sbinder@cocalico.org. I'm sorry that we couldn't meet tonight in person, but I hope that your child is having a great start to the school year, and if you ever have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a good evening.